Hey everybody, Jay here, Keith with Parts Counter Gurus. We're really excited to talk about something that we really haven't seen much of a change in over the last 40 years in the RV industry or the towable industry. And we felt so strongly about the content, the information that we obtained throughout this interview that we felt like we wanted to bring you a very long, thorough video for you to enjoy.
That's right. So we found something so unique, and let's be honest, the stuff that you've seen this year isn't that much different from last year, like that one, or that one, or that one. But this one is, everybody. And so tell us if you can spot all the unique, innovative things in this new RV. Let us know in the comments. Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome into the next segment of the Electrify Expo live from Seattle 2023. We're live over here at booth 220 in the Electrify show-off section. We've got Ben Parker on hand with us today from Lightship to tell us about an awesome product that they have on display here. And if you haven't seen it, you're going to, so continue watching and listening. So we're gonna let Ben give this thing away to us.
Before we go into that, we're not mean people, and we're making Ben stand up. It's so hot in the sun for a weekend in September in Seattle that like it's brutal. So he's trying to find shade.
Yeah, this is not good.
Couldn't do it, guys. Ben has been a trooper for about 15 minutes while we've reset things to try to get like some shade and mics in the right place and all that. So thank you, Ben.
I know the process.
And so, right, not your first rodeo either. So you have, I got to be careful here because if I pick favorites at the show, then we make all the other guys.
You know, but just between us.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just between us and everybody listening on the internet. That is the most interesting. Okay, here I can safely say this.
He's coming out and saying it.
It's the most interesting thing I've seen towed in.
Yeah. For certain.
I'll even take our space trailer as a second place because yours is, yeah.
And let's see, what is that you're towing that with there?
Oh, yeah.
Could that be a Rivian?
Indeed.
So you didn't want to, you can't really show up to an electric expo and not tow it in on an EV truck. So, okay, so what are we looking at over there? And we're going to go take a look at it for everybody watching the stream here shortly, but Ben's going to tell us about it from the shade.
Guys, good to be here. Can't wait to show it off. Jay, I love that you got that announcer voice down pat. It's real good.
That's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm here.
Don't blow up that ego. It's good. Yeah, good to be here. My name is Ben. I'm one of the co-founders of Lightship. We are the first American electric RV manufacturer, and just over the way is our first product. We call it the L1. It's our flagship. We released it to the world about 4.5 months ago at South by Southwest in Austin to great fanfare. And what it is it's the perfect travel trailer for the electric age is our call to tagline. So it's a 27-foot all electric sort of family oriented travel trailer. You'll see it when you see it. It's got very, I guess, modern sort of automotive inspired design, which has never been done on a trailer before, or at least not for last century.
It's not like anything I've ever seen before.
Yeah,
like you win. Okay,
it's as much a spaceship as it is an RV. So the whole roof is decked out in solar. It's got an integrated solar array. It's about a 3 kilowatt solar array in the roof. In the floor is a big EV battery. We also put a motor on board, so instead of it being a dead weight trailer, it actually propels itself.
Are you?
Imagine that.
No
right?
joke.
Yeah, little
so
e-assist.
What sounds like some thought went into this.
Quite a bit.
You're blowing past some really cool stuff. So 3 kilowatt ish on the roof.
Yeah.
And I know we got a lot to get to. For you RV fans out there,
oh man,
I've got heard of that, and I feel pretty good.
It's close to a typical American home. American home is 4 to 6. I'll give you guys a little bit of the background too. So, company, we're a startup still. We started about 3 years ago. Started it back in 2020. my co-founder and I both came from Tesla. I was there for about 5 years as a battery engineer.
There you go.
One of the battery engineers.
Not your first day in the. Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, both Toby and I sort of live, breathe, eat, sleep EVs. We we love this part of the world, and frankly, are real excited to get to bring EVs and electrification to a new segment of vehicles as well. That was part of, even before he and I had met, that was part of what we were both thinking about back in 2019, 2020, was that it was clear, the passenger car was going electric at that point. The Model 3 was taking hold. There was going to be a big market for it. And so the question we were both asking ourselves is, where would electrification go next within ground transportation?
Yes.
What would that next wave look like? And we kind of fell into RVing. I spent about 3.5 years of my time at Tesla working in the desert at the first Gigafactory in Reno, Nevada. We were ramping that factory, getting through production hell, as it was called, and Tesla barely made it out alive, but luckily did. And then I came back to the headquarters to Palo Alto for the last 1.5 years that I was there, and I was working on the Cybertruck battery by day, but then I picked up this pet project on the side. The idea was to electrify all of the food trucks in the Bay Area, because there was a rotating circuit of food trucks that would come to the headquarters. Couldn't stand the generators that they all run, because you're yelling over it to put in your order.
Yeah.
And so I would tell people about this food truck project as I was working on it, and then RVs would come up in conversation oftentimes, because there's similar needs to electrify, or at least to power all the appliances on board an RV, just as with a food truck.
Right.
And the rubber hit the road for me in, March 2020, a month we all remember well.
Oh, boy, COVID sure did a lot of things, didn't it?
Yep.
I was in an RV. Yeah, I almost didn't make it back into the country. Okay, so
man.
So
That's a fact.
I want to hear that story.
That's a fact.
Before we go over there, and I'm just blown away because I'm already in, and I'm probably ready to just sell mine and go buy one of these. But so there's a running joke that we have on the show, that one of my dream jobs would be like a beer namer. Like, you go, now I'm going to bring this full circle, Ben. Stay with me. I know this seems like
I'm already with you.
You're like, where the hell is this going? Okay. So it just seems like I don't know. I just feel, there are these things you do, like you were drawn to doing this, and you're like, I know how to do this, and I'm good at it, and I can succeed. And I always feel like we go into half these places, and I see these beer names, and I go, Jay, I could have done better, right?
Yeah.
And so
That's funny, man.
I literally grew up in RVs. Like, I'm this kid that my parents drug me around the country, probably from the time I was 2 or 3, and we've had everything. And then I've, of course, repeated the cycle with my family, and they have no choice and all that. And I've been in everything, and I've seen crazy stuff. I've seen stuff that were bad ideas, stuff that worked well, stuff that was crazy innovative. But I always feel like the floor plan and the matching of the naming, okay? So as you guys grow, because you've probably, do you have multiple floor plans? Or
No,
is it,
right now this is it. This is the
So what
flagship.
I'm saying is I'm going to give you my info later, and I'll send you my resume.
Yeah.
So now you're into electric RV naming.
And so
Okay, gotcha.
when you guys get into some different floor plans as you grow, because this is going to take off. I mean, you're probably, I can't imagine that it's not already you're running like crazy. But as you're doubling, tripling in size here, and you start to branch out into more models, I feel like you need a guy that's going to help you with some floor plan. Okay, so enough said.
So now
about,
consider this an interview. Hit me with a couple of beer names.
There you go.
okay. So we need. Okay, so you've got to do something for the Overland crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's a big market that likes RVs. So you got to marry the whole. How do we bring their toys with us? And you've got it's got to have something electric in it. I don't know. Maybe by the end of this podcast, I'll have it. But so we're gonna go maybe toy hauler, maybe something that can bring your toys along.
All electric UTVs, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. But
maybe divine inspiration will strike
I
once
gotta
we get
see
in.
it. I gotta see it, right? Like I gotta taste the beer.
Yeah.
I gotta know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we get up and go over and take a look at this is something that I want to bring up and let's bring this back around. The reason why we are here today at this expo, especially Electrify Show Off, with the customization and then all the new technologies that are out there, I think that to get this thing to go even further, we have to make things like this because it's our lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to want to go RVing. We're going to want to tow stuff out and go way out. This is what it's all about. So
It's got to be mainstream.
Absolutely,
you know?
it does. So it's folks like you guys that come come to the front first with these things that really prove to people that this is a viable solution to the future.
Yep.
In the
Going
bigger
green,
picture,
right?
and I don't want to step on any toes here, but we've all been to a lot of car shows.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are car shows that aren't all electric, and they're great. And Jay and I go to those, and we have a good time, and there's great stuff there. It seems like the innovation and the pushing the envelope that we're all fans of is happening here.
Yep.
And this Electrify Expo is one of those places that you get to witness that with stuff like this Lightship.
That's
Okay,
right.
are we? By the
ready?
way, I think Galileo would be a solid choice. So you've got Galileo was the shuttlecraft on the Enterprise, right? So you got your okay. See, I'm telling you, man, I've missed my calling. Okay,
We've
and you're
got
welcome to use that free of charge.
Well, one of our investors is loving this right now. His name is Gali, short for
Okay,
Galileo.
yeah.
There
He's
you go.
got a YouTube
Yeah.
channel as well.
I mean, you
There you
might,
go.
just give us a little nod somewhere in the paint or the decals or something. But yeah,
Good.
so we're gonna get you mic'd up.
All right,
Oh,
good.
you're already mic'd
He's already
up.
mic'd up.
So
Oh,
we're
my-
gonna get you guys are gonna head over there, and I will join shortly.
Yeah, and you're gonna. Yeah.
I'm gonna push a bunch of
Gotcha.
buttons and move a
Okay.
bunch of things around
And
on
get me
screen,
in.
and I'm gonna get you in right now.
to go too heavy on them, but most campers kind of feel like a cave.
They're, like
when you
they're
get
cramped.
into it.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah,
This
It's
is
a-
absolutely amazing.
And what's giving you that feeling of openness and sort of spaciousness and airiness is a couple of things. One is the tall ceiling. So most campers are maybe 6'3", 6'4".
This is an 8-foot ceiling, right?
Close. It's 7.5.
That's-
Typical home is 8. That's real big. And actually, this will be interesting to you. The way that we are able to get such a tall ceiling out of it is because the camper has 2 modes, right? So as we're standing in it here, it's in the camping mode. That means that the whole top half of the vehicle is popped all the way up.
Okay.
It transforms down into a road mode as well. Okay?
Interesting.
So this whole top half will drop
so
down
you're,
about 3
you're
feet.
getting aerodynamics, lessen that drag.
Yep, absolutely. You guys will appreciate from the automotive background. We spent 6 or 8 months, a couple thousand hours of CFD simulation to get to sort of the ultimate drag optimum form. So this thing it's something like 3 times as aerodynamic as a traditional sort of box travel trailer, and sort of only once we had gotten to that point, first in CFD, then with on-road testing, were we passively efficient enough that we could put an EV battery in the floor plus a motor and propel the trailer to make up for all of the range loss that you'd experience with a normal EV truck or even a gas or a diesel truck where you typically have pretty bad fuel economy when you're towing. It's 8 miles a gallon, something like that. And so the combination of making it very efficient as you're towing it, plus putting this range assist drive system on board is what gets you to 0 range loss for 300 miles.
That's amazing, man.
I mean, I'm having a really hard time right now just containing myself. So again, as somebody that has been in more RVs than I can remember, this is the biggest dinette that I've ever seen in an RV. So the first place that everybody goes to is seating space, right? I mean, this thing is freaking huge. Okay, and then you've got like this massive lounge area over there. You've got all your storage over here. So comfortably. Now, don't give me the whole RV industry. You can sleep 20 people that happen to be below, 3 feet tall. How many people can sleep in here?
I wouldn't dare. I don't even know how to do that. It's,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do. Yeah, it's not my style. Basically, we say it sleeps 4 to 6. So it's either this is the 4-person configuration where you've got a lounge up front there. This is like the kids' play space. Literally every kid who comes in here, they all jump into the playpen right away. This then pulls out, so this turns it into a queen size bed. This is your second bed here. So you can see it's a dinette by day, but then it'll also drop down.
You can see wildlife out the windows.
You can see.
It's awesome, man. And this is
Yeah, you're getting the full panoramic view.
now where is your oh, look at this. It's motorized.
Of course.
I'm an easy. Yeah. Okay. So what's your HVAC situation? So is it, because I could be wrong. I didn't see like your traditional unit sitting on the roof, right?
True.
Okay. So what are you doing there?
And by design, this is it's interesting when you get the chance to effectively re-architect the RV from scratch, do a clean sheet design and think about what should it be in an age where you have a single fuel source and it's all electric. Sort of everything starts to change because of it. The air conditioner and the heating system is a good example of that, where typically, typical RV, this, you'd have a hole cut in the roof. You have this giant loud air conditioner that, buzzes the whole roof every time you're running it. We had the opportunity to do something different because we don't have many propane cans on the tongue anymore. So now you can put the loud bits of the air conditioner out onto the tongue up front there. It's actually a split style system. It's a split style automotive heat pump system. So that means it can do heating and cooling. It's all electric.
So if you're not down below, what is it, about 40 degrees, 45 degrees, that's the only heat you need.
It's actually pretty impressive. For a while, heat pumps could only go to maybe just barely to freezing or something.
Yep, right.
The technology has gotten really good where now you can go well below freezing and still have pretty good heating capacity from the from a heat pump.
Right.
Now the way this works is that the loud stuff is on the tongue, so the compressor and things like that. That's all out there. On the inside, there's a blower system. It's hidden just behind the kitchen there, and what it does is it blows a curtain of air all behind here. You can feel some of the outlets there.
Yeah.
So through the whole wraparound lounge, there's air that's coming out, either hot or cold.
You make a really good point. When you start, when it's your first model, you're not a slave to have to what's been done before. You can go, nope, we're not doing any of that. This is what we're going to do.
We are hamstrung by nothing.
Yeah.
Not brand, not legacy, nothing. It's like we get to do the clean sheet, and I think that's actually a huge benefit for something like this.
Just leaving out the obvious, you've got induction cooktops here, so this is all electric. All of your kitchen stuff is electric.
Keith, so basically, this was the bedding area. This is the dining area. There's a bunch of storage, of course, all along here. So you get four big storage bins. Put your packing cubes in there, and you can put clothing and stuff. There's also overhead storage that you can configure.
Okay.
So this is part of
I see your rail system up there.
Yeah, it's part of a larger storage system that our design team affectionately calls the garage. And
see, these are my people.
Yeah.
Beer naming.
There you go. So you got the gear rails over top, where the idea is you could trade overhead window space for more storage. So you can stack up some duffels like that if you're, a family going out for a while, or maybe a couple who needs more things. You can also choose to keep the windows open, or you could put things like fishing poles or skis or snowboards or any of your gear up there. So it's meant to be a very flexible thing. I had a guy come to me at the last show he was like, "Where's the TV?" And I was like, "Well," and we talked back and forth, and then he was like, "Oh, we'll put a projector up there." So this becomes our projector mount, and then we'll have a projector screen on the other side, and you can do a whole movie night that way.
And I'm going to stir up trouble here, but I'm going to say, again, as somebody that has lived in these things and loves that lifestyle, the whole reason that I want to be in one of these is so that I'm looking at what's out there, not what's on a screen in front of me. I feel like we got enough of that with our portable devices. I mean, except for our YouTube channel, of course, right? Everybody watch that all day, every day. But the fact that you're doing it that way, I think is family centric. Man, I love the, Okay, so I'm standing at the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm looking, okay.
All right, sorry. So whole kitchenette area, obviously everything is run off of electric. You'll know this from, being deep in RVing. Typically you don't have AC power whenever you're on the fridge. You can't run, a microwave. You couldn't run your cooktop.
It takes a huge inverter.
Yeah. All this stuff. We have all sort of EV electronics built in, so you can run all this stuff no matter where you are.
I mean, come on with this. This is ridiculous.
It's pretty luxe.
This is Tony Stark's RV. This is basically.
I can't show you this. So, double door fridge.
Okay. Oh yeah, the fridge. Come on, this is sick.
Freezer. Put your Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you're in the South, it's Brahms, but yeah.
All
right. Yeah.
Texas. Man, there's a really good.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I'm trying to think of that. By the end, I'll get you that.
I'll do the same.
Yeah,
that's not a beer name.
Then that's right.
Finally, dishwasher.
Oh,
My.
6-setting dishwasher, which we're proud. There's actually a cool story behind this, which is that once you have all the power that you need to run everything, and you effectively with the solar system, you can just, if it's sunny, you can stay off grid in perpetuity. Water becomes your next limiter on how long you can be on the road off grid, and doing a dishwasher is something like twice as water efficient as hand washing your dishes. So this is not only convenient, but helps you stay off longer.
So this is what I tell my wife. Ben says, everybody, that having a dishwasher in RV is twice as efficient on saving water.
I hope this doesn't get me in trouble.
No, not at all.
It's true. You heard it on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is true.
The interweb.
Now you holding tanks. So let's go. I'm filming you, Jay, and you're filming me. So we're gonna get to that. But so gray water? Like how much? Since we got a dishwasher, what's our holding tank capacity?
Fresh up front, gray and black in the back. You're standing over the black. The gray is under the shower there. The fresh is down low up there.
Yep.
So generally, the goal was let's have water capacity for about a week off grid.
Yep.
And there we haven't nailed the number, but it'll be somewhere between like 40 and 50 gallons of fresh.
Plenty.
Yeah.
That's everybody is. You're right in that sweet spot.
Yeah.
So I'm standing in the shower.
As am I. I'm standing in the shower.
Yeah, there you go. So you've done this before, man. You're okay. Oh, wow, look at this. Okay, so nice shower. Shower head.
Rain shower.
Okay.
Head. We're looking at putting a hand shower in as well.
Right now, you got a privacy curtain, which is fantastic.
Yeah, partition comes down. This is what in my mind makes it a dry bath. Is that you could have one person who's showering, another person is getting ready to go out. And delightful little touches that they have found. So
I mean, this is like. I mean, it's camping, it's RVing, but this is luxury, man.
So now I've heard, and I'm going to do this and break the rules. You're never supposed to show like the loo on television or whatever, but they did it on Leave It to Beaver. So you've got a nice, really comfortable space here, and there are some guys out on the internet that will grade an RV based on this right here, Jay. This.
Oh, I get it.
How comfortable is my position right now? Well, hand me a beer. Okay, so yeah, and this is the other thing is everybody always argues over where to put the paper, but you got a nice cutout for that.
Here, let me show you guys one thing up front here too. One last thing I think you guys will appreciate is this is actually a tablet design. So I think every good new car comes with a great sort of custom built infotainment system. We did the same here. So the idea is that this is how you see everything that's happening on the RV. It's how you control it. So you can go in, like check the lights over there, turn them on and off. You can do everything from this, this display.
You guys use literally like just it's a smart home.
Yeah, I mean it is literally it's an EV on wheels that is also a vacation home. That is the idea.
And okay, I see your light. You're showing you the brightness percentage, doors and windows controls.
Yeah,
exterior controls.
Your climate.
You got tank sensors. You can see your tank levels.
Yeah, check all your tank levels there. The same for your energy systems. You can see
battery status,
solar, the battery status. The thing that I most love about something like this, having it be a really software connected vehicle, is that this is the demonstration. This is sort of your first look at what is possible here. Yeah. But because we can do over the air updates, you can effectively keep changing the vehicle and the software system just as you would.
I wonder where you learned that.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm not the first one to come up with that idea.
Yeah, it's good though. You again, new in the RV industry.
Yeah.
Their solution right now is, oh, your touch panel's 3 years old. Oh, just come back and buy a new RV, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that
man.
sort of thing.
Careful. You're gonna you do cool things. You're gonna make enemies.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I think the point is to make RVing more enjoyable.
Yep.
So, I would. I think one thing that's making us do stuff like this is just a broader, really kind of principle that we have, where the idea is building to last, and make things that are built to last.
Picking that up, and I got to tell you, like
I want this to be passed down generation to generation.
You're my people. The other RV manufacturers are going to hate you, and so I love this. I love again pushing the envelope, innovating. Moving on, right? You guys keep up with Ben.
Here for the past time.
So, in terms of sales and the sales channels, what are you thinking on that?
Yeah, I mean the plan right now is kind of taking a page out of the modern EV manufacturer's playbook. We'll do things like direct sales, for instance. We will be your point of contact for making the purchase, picking up the vehicle, and taking delivery, all that sort of stuff. I think the main thinking there is that this is a very new type of product, and we want to be able to explain it to people and also get our customers' feedback on it. Because I think if you don't have a direct connection to the person who is buying and using your product, then you're missing something.
Absolutely.
So this is kind of the plan forward for us.
I can tell already those channels are open just by what you guys are doing.
Oh yeah.
And what I like to do now is you guys are on Instagram, your
Yeah.
socials.
Yeah.
Why don't you give those out so people know how to follow you guys?
Sure.
Real quick.
Yeah. Everything on social is at Lightship RV, and the website is lightshiprv.com.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. And will they see you again at another expo? Is there another expo you're going to be attending?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we go to. I mean, we're doing a bunch of events this year, mostly in the Midwest through Mountain West to West Coast. We'll be nationwide next year. We'll go to a bunch of shows on the East Coast too. Let's see. You'll see us actually at some auto shows as well. We're going to go to one in Vegas. We'll say in about
I got
a month.
you. Yep.
That's fine. You can say it. We'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. Good. See you there.
They're going to be at SEMA.
And I think that this is kind of an interesting thing for us too, is that we have this goal of, I think a product like this may be for somebody who's gone RVing all their life and who's really kind of steeped in that legacy. This is one of the first good electric products that have been built for that crowd, and that is a real source of inspiration for us, is trying to bring the best of electrification and sort of the benefits of it to new demographics of people who haven't experienced it already. And then I think on the flip side, it's fun to go to shows like this with people who maybe haven't done as much RVing in their life, and kind of bring them into the pastime.
Exactly.
Too.
Yeah, it's great that you're here. I think that's a good spot for you guys here, and definitely will be a good show for you, the one in Vegas.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you, will you come on our podcast again at some point in the future? We'd love to have you on if you do that.
You have to review my resume, right? So, I mean, we're going to have to,
He's already got a beer name for you.
Yeah.
So, okay. So
I'd love to. You should talk to my co-founder too. He'll give you a really interesting kind of other perspective on the business.
Yeah.
Okay.
we love that.
Where I have kind of the product and engineering background. He brings more of the finance and business side of it. Or we can come on together, whatever you guys want.
Right. That sounds great. Let's do it.
So the one thing I want to mention that we have not mentioned yet, but we've shown you guys this. This is 2.5 grown men in here. I'm the half. Okay. Moving around in an RV freely. I mean, we had to kind of, move the cameras around so it wasn't weird, but no issues at all. Like, you've got tons of free moving space in here, and that's impressive without a slide.
Appreciate that you said that. We did a lot of work to get to this layout. We did 60 or 70 layouts, tape on the floor first, then we were doing it in VR. We built a plywood interior, just really scrappy to feel what the space would feel like, and then finally we got to the point of putting it all together. And the way that you circulate in the space is pretty key, I think. I'll tell you a funny anecdote. We company's about 50 people now. When we were 25 people, which fast growing startup, this is only a few months ago, we had all 25 people in here at once. So this was like party bus. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, but
it's been done.
Yeah, you can get packed in here.
All right, so
We got a crew member waiting on us.
yep, we got.
We got to get back. I got to get to work on beer names. Thank you, Ben, for spending time with us. Guys, coming at you live all weekend from Electrify Expo Seattle. Make sure you check out Lightship on their website. Check us out for all the brand partner deals. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you, guys.